is Elena Semenek, and this is my YouTube channel, Psychology of Happiness. And today I have a guest, Daniel, and he will introduce himself just in a second. Today we're going to discuss the topic of this holiday season, how to make your dreams, wishes, and goals come true. Because all of us has desires to have something better, something great, something new in the year of 2020. So Daniel, can you please introduce yourself and let my viewers more about your channel, your expertise, and what do you want to share today with us?
Sure. Well, I want to say thank you again for having me on, Elena. It's a pleasure. We just did a video, guys. So if you're interested in seeing what we did on my channel, it's called, I think, Boundaries, Having Healthy Boundaries in Relationships. So make sure to check that out. A little about my channel and me. I recently created a channel called Project Evolve. And it's about kind of life hacking, every kind of aspect of your life through the lens of other professionals that you may have never have encountered, whether it's a life coach specializing in psychology, an engineer, somebody in finance. My channel is about getting groups of people together with their specialties and sharing life hacks that they know with the general population like us. So we know how to better navigate our life, without having to learn, something wholeheartedly. We can take easy takeaways and make our quality of life better. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm actually also a life coach, more a business coach and consultant. I consult companies, and I do a lot of really cool stuff, bringing business together, kind of a lot of strategy. So if you're interested more about that, just let me know. But
and the link is below this video. So if you would like to check his channel, the link already below this video.
Yep. Okay. I pretty much just take care of business solutions, and I do private coaching as well. And so, but that's mostly my focus is my YouTube channel and my consulting.
Okay. Yes. So we have some people in chat. They say hello, Merry Christmas to you as well. So hopefully we're going to get more people a little bit later, and I'm sure more people will watch us later they will watch the recorded video. So let's jump into the topic. So how to make your dreams, goals, and wishes come true? What should we do? What should we know? What should we be aware of?
Right. So the biggest issue people have, not only with 2020, but in their day-to-day life, right? Because January 1st only comes, once every year, right? So what do you do for the remaining? You have to think about the root cause of why people kind of, falter away from being consistent. And you have to ask yourself, if you have a dream, if you have a vision, is it something you really want? You have to ask yourself really hard questions. Do I really want this? Do I really want this in my life? Do I really want to become this? Why do I want to become this? Right. And a lot of people don't know. They don't know what it takes. So there's a lot of people out there that just get kind of melancholic. They don't really want to do it anymore because they get so paralyzed. I call it action paralysis, right? It's you want to become something, but you don't know how to become it, right? And you don't know who to talk to and everything. So the first step, I think, is really becoming aware of, do I really want to do this, right? And then imagining your life actually doing whatever that dream is, right? Like, let's just say you want to be a professional fisherman, or maybe you want to be like something in a career, right? Maybe you want to switch careers, right? I think it's really important to visualize yourself doing whatever it is you want to be doing, right?
And what if a person wants something like a new car, a new house, not like something like big as a career, but what about like daily desires?
I think there's a similar process where whether it's a life change or let's just say it's a new car, right? I see my life in terms of equations. So when it comes to dreams, like whether it's a new habit I want to pick up, whether it's a new car, whether it's whatever it may be, it's all an equation, right? There's an equation to have certain things happen to produce an outcome, right? So let's just say you want to you want to manifest a car in your life. You want a new car. You want a Lamborghini. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. A Lamborghini is a couple hundred.
Stepdaughter wants Lamborghini.
Huh?
So my stepdaughter wants Lamborghini. She's
So
9.
this
She's
is your stepdaughter.
a dream. Yes, she's 9 and she wants to have a Lamborghini. So
This is for your stepdaughter then.
yes,
So
yeah.
if you want a Lamborghini, you have to ask yourself, not only do you have to afford a couple $100,000 for the car, but you need to, it needs maintenance, right? You need to take care of it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very expensive toy, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true.
so you have to ask yourself, okay, well, the majority of the public, runs off of their salary for the maintenance costs
Mhm.
for this Lamborghini. So you have to ask yourself, is the question, do I really want this Lamborghini? And the
Mhm.
second question is, if I really want this Lamborghini, how do I change myself to be
Mhm.
the equation to have something like a Lamborghini? The question really isn't, I want a Lamborghini, right? It's how do I become the person to have a Lamborghini, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's always about the life transformation you need to go through to equal having that thing, right? And no matter what you want in life, you have to be a big part of that equation, or else it's not going to work, right?
Yeah.
If you just go like from one Lamborghini dealership to the next one, and you don't see the fact that you can't afford one, odds are you haven't became the person yet to be able to afford it, right? Now there are people out there where they'll be given, we're not talking about the 1% of people that will say, I'm just going to ask my husband for a Lamborghini. I'm going to ask my dad or mom for a Lamborghini. That's not typically the normal person, right?
Yes.
So the idea is, in terms of the way that I see it, the equation, you have to be aware of what variables you need, right?
Mhm.
The first variable, that's you, right?
Yes, that's true.
You
Yeah.
know,
So how can you be aware of those things that you need? And for some people, it's easy to kind of get in this mode, like I want to become this person, but it's not for everybody, right?
right.
So some people they afraid of success, afraid of failure. So how can they kind of get into this mood of like imagining or like being that person, just an idea of who this person is and how can I be that person?
Right. And again, visualization, being able to see into the future, being able to see what that looks like is a really big part of this. But not many people have the capability of saying, okay, this is, I'm gonna write out a 5-page story of myself and what that looks like, right? Because you haven't experienced it yet, right? So you have to put those pieces together.
Yeah.
Part of putting those pieces together is understanding the road that you need to travel on. And
Mhm.
that the way that I best see it and I best explain it to others is, you have this goal, you have this very loose goal in the future that you want, whether it's the Lamborghini, a career, whatever it is,
Mhm.
right?
Or relationship. A lot of people wants to
Yeah,
have meaningful relationship and they go and
yeah,
switch from one boyfriend to another and they like women are saying like, oh, there are no good guys anymore, and
right,
I'm sure men can also struggle, finding a good girl.
right.
Mhm.
So, and we're trying to live in the world of opportunity right now, right? We're not trying to, let's just say we're pretending to be very positive about this. So you have this goal in the future, whether it's a relationship, Lamborghini, career, whatever it may be,
Mhm.
purpose, I don't know. It's always going to seem slightly foggy because you haven't experienced it yet. But what you can do is put the stepping stones together to go towards that goal,
Yeah.
that dream. And the overall go becomes more and more clear as you walk towards it with these stepping stones. So the stepping stones are the variables, right?
Yes.
So if you want a relationship, we'll use that that's a really great example. I want this relationship. I don't really know what it looks like yet because I'm not
Mhm.
there yet. I'm not a match to it yet. So
Mhm.
what you have to do is you have to ask yourself, well, what do I want from a relationship? What kind of person do I want to be with? What kind of person am I?
Yeah.
Right? So I was actually just telling this to my buddy the other day. He's having this issue with finding somebody. And I
Mhm.
said, well, here's a really cool practice exercise, right? When you want to go buy a car, let's just say it's a Lamborghini, what are you going to see more on the road of? Lamborghinis.
Wow.
So I told him, write down a list and keep it in your wallet of 30 things that, not physical things, but 30 characteristics and behaviors and things that you're looking for in somebody. Write it down, put it in your wallet every so often. Remember that you're looking for this. And odds are you're going to be going from, taking in the whole world to only seeing what you want to have. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's the power of focus. And so when it's applied to that dream that's a little foggy, right? In this example, we're trying to be in a relationship. We're trying to find somebody to be in a relationship with, a healthy relationship, right? The first thing is to know, okay, who am I, right? What are my strengths, my weaknesses? What am I looking for? What's important to me? What are my values? Where could I imagine the person I meet be? Like, what do they like to do, right? And it's less about what they like to do or the hobbies, but it's really about exploring your own hobbies, right? Because I firmly believe that the power of correlations, which is just pretty much, if it's like a tree with things about you and things that you like to do, and the higher up the tree is, the more important those hobbies, those values are. And
Yeah.
if you go to events or meetups, or find individuals that have higher up on the tree characteristics and behaviors, odds are you're going to correlate with a lot of other things as well, right?
Yeah.
Which is it's common sense, right? And
And
so,
you can adjust, you can change like your goal, within the process, because right now you don't know what you want somewhere in the future. You just have as you said, like some
right,
idea. But when
right.
you're gonna become that person, you might decide, you might see how you can change your goals, change your dream, basically.
And that's my point here, is as you add these stepping stones one by one, it starts to rearrange that portrait of your dream. It changes
Mhm.
with every stepping stone. And the beauty of getting to that dream is it's not attained by getting to it finally, but it's attained by walking through to get to the dream, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
become the dream and you don't even realize it until you're at the portrait of that dream and you've
Mhm.
accomplished it, but you already knew it, so you don't see it as a dream anymore. And
Yeah.
and then there comes the philosophy of, you'll always have more and more dreams, right? To
Yes.
want,
Yes.
to aspire to have.
So, can you summarize what is required of you to achieve your dreams?
What's acquired of anybody?
Yes.
I think the will, the desire to want something more than what you have now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which there's a lot of people out there that don't really want to change their life as it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have to say to that same person, then you're not allowed at all to complain, because this is what you're signing up for, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you have to take accountability. If this is where you want to be in life, then you have to say, this is everything that I sign up for in this moment. I can't complain about, because I want. But if
Yeah.
you want
Not
something
give
more,
up, right? No matter what's happening in your life, do not give up. This is what you sign
right,
up.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but if you're somebody that wants something more in life, and you're saying, I've been really happy with how I've been living my life now, but I think I want this, right? Then you have to be, ready to take action. You have to be ready to commit and
Mm-hmm.
hold yourself accountable to those commitments to want something. And it's not about changing. I think a lot of people get really stuck on, okay, cool, if I want something else in the new year, I have to change. It's not about changing. It's about adopting something into your life and putting out something that you didn't want,
So,
right?
like learning new skills, improving yourself, developing yourself, not like just changing, not making it better. Is
Right.
it? Mm-hmm.
So an issue that people have with obtaining their dreams is, like, I call it the house philosophy, right? Everybody has this thing called a house, and they fill up this house. They just pack this house full of things. And so that you can't put anything else in it, right? And so when people want something else in their life and they want to add to their life, well, their house is already full, right? A lot of people don't realize that they need to filter out things outside their house, this metaphorical house,
Mm-hmm.
to allow something else to come in. And if you need to do a total reconstruction of this house, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's different if it's, okay, I want somebody in my life. Well, then it's easy. You put somebody out that's not, conducive to what you want. But it's different when you reconstruct the whole house, right?
Wow.
Because it has to go through a lot of demolition. And so that would be the dream, right? And so when you want something like a dream that totally changed your life, it is changing your life. It's just, you don't just, okay, cool, I have my dream now. Like, you become somebody different.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
gonna
have,
take time. You know, a lot of people want something quick, right? But what
right.
you propose, and it's like a strategy that will work, but it's gonna take time, and people should be aware of it.
There's a lot of practicality, but people have to realize if you want to change something about your life, it's called a life change. It's a life transformation. It's not something that is not serious because it changes who you are,
Yes, yes.
right?
And we might lose some people on the way because when we change ourselves, when we want to achieve something new, some people, you know, might not be in our life anymore, and it's okay. So we might have our, you know, downsides too, but this is the path to success.
Yeah, like I'll give you another example. Like another dream, right, for maybe a lot of people is losing weight. Maybe you're really overweight and you just, your dream for 2020 is, going from overweight to obese to being like an average weight. Some people will just say, for example, not realizing how big it is, oh, I'm just gonna go to the gym, or I'm just gonna do this. These one actionary sayings, right? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna talk. I want to find somebody to be with. I'm just gonna talk to more people, or I'm just gonna join Tinder, or
yeah,
people downplay the transformation and they get no results. But if you upsell the transformation in your mind, right?
uh,
Like the
yeah,
weight example. So if you upsell the weight example, it looks like instead of saying I'm just going to lose a couple of pounds, I'll go to the gym. You'll say, okay, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to say to this person, I'm going to cut this person out of my life because all they do is eat unhealthy. They're not a
mhm,
very healthy person to be around. And I'm
yeah,
going to go to that gym, but I'm going to sign up for a trainer so that he blows my phone up for me to go
mhm,
to the gym. I'm going to try and go to the gym. It's about setting up your life to change, right? Like
yeah.
when you move like from one house to another, you don't just go, okay, I'm going to walk from this house to the other. Now I live there. You have all this stuff that you have to bring, right?
That's true.
And
That's
guess
true.
what? Most of the time, when you move, what happens? You don't end up bringing some of this stuff. Sometimes you throw things away.
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, we should go through stuff in our life and think what we won't need in the next year of 2020 if we want to become this person or if we want to have this like meaningful relationship in our life.
Yes,
And
people.
yes, I absolutely love the example about the house. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, people are fundamentally afraid of transitioning because transitioning is being in the unknown. But if
Mhm.
you want a dream, you have to be willing to risk what those stepping stones look like, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so and you also mentioned that you wanted to talk about consistency, accountability, and support. Can you please clarify these three terms in a way how we can use them to achieve our goals?
Right. So aside from the equation, the house, everything that we just talked about, now let's pretend that okay, cool. Now I'm on the way to losing weight. That's my dream. I want to be 120 pounds. Every
Mhm.
girl's dream, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
100.
That's true. Mine is
So
125, but that's still
okay, you're
this
pretty much there.
category. Yes.
But you're on your way to your dream, and you're nothing stopping you. But then guess what? You start to neglect some of the things that you're doing, and then all of a sudden you're falling off this uphill mountain, and you're asking yourself, how did this happen? How am I reverting back to my old ways? You need support in a lot of different ways to help you get through this, right? You're not
Mhm.
you're not alone on your journey because you're surrounded by people, you're surrounded by your environments, right? So
Yeah.
when I mean consistency and accountability, I'm just referring to you need to keep on track. You need to create ways that make you feel good to do things that you don't like to do, and
Yeah.
then to eventually get used to liking them.
How can people create these ways?
Right. So let's just say you don't like going to the gym, you hate it, right?
Mhm.
But you love music. You go to the
Mhm.
gym, you listen to your favorite music, it becomes a little less unnerving. But
That
let's just say that's not enough for consistency. Then you say, okay, I hate the gym. Music makes it better, but I would love it if my friend Jimmy went with me because, Jimmy's all about working out. If I went with Jimmy, he would hold me accountable.
Great example. Great advice.
Yeah.
Let's just say, surround yourself with people who can help you to achieve your dreams.
And these are different dimensions of support. You have interpersonal support, you have external support, and then you have environmental support, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like the music would be like personal, right? Then
Yeah.
you'd have Jimmy in this situation, which would be, social support. Then you need environmental support. You need a location. You need somewhere where you can attach your behaviors to. This is the place where I go to get the dream that I want, right?
And you might need a life coach like you and me, and people can contact us, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So because what I've seen in my practice, some people, they don't have Jimmy, they don't have Lucy, they don't have anybody who can support them. And it's very hard to do it on your own. So that's why people go to therapists or to life coach. So to get this emotional support, that's why we need a private trainer in a gym. It's kind of like life coach, in a gym who can help us and push us and kick us to do more things. Right?
Yes. Whether you find your support system online or offline, right?
Yeah. Yes.
There are people out there. All it takes, you're one Google search away from finding your support group to helping you get to that dream. If you want, and again, if you want to be a basketball player, like a professional sports player, guess what? There's a surplus of people out there trying to do the same thing. If you're
find them, go to meetup.com and find a group in your area.
Yeah, there's so we are living in a day and age where you can find a group for anything.
That's true. Absolutely.
Yes. And so if you really want something, there are other people out there trying to get that as much as you are.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have something else to add? Or you also have already the video on your channel about this topic. So can you tell us about how people can find you and how can they, get in touch with you if they have questions, and what do you recommend them to watch or to read maybe?
Yeah. So I have a couple of videos on my channel that talk about this. I just did one recently, how to obtain your vision. It's a more recent video of mine at this time, but just kind of look up vision and you'll probably find it on my channel. My channel is in the description, I believe, below in your video. But you can reach out to me. I'm all over social media under my actual name, Daniel Speiss. So I have links on my YouTube channel where you can reach out to me anytime, and I'm one message away.
Yes, and I also would like to invite you guys to my free self-development webinar. I will talk more about dreams, wishes, and goals. Specifically, I will talk about 6 ways how to make your dream and mistakes that you can avoid in order to have bigger chances of your dreams and wishes to come true. So this webinar will be on January 8th. The link under this video, just find the link which calls sign up for free webinar, sign up, and I will send you an invitation to this webinar. And we're gonna have more collaborative videos with Daniel next year. So I hope you like this one, and please let me know in comments what topic would you like us to discuss next. We appreciate and value your opinion, and we're grateful for you to watching this video. And do you want to add something, Daniel?
No, I mean, 2020 is coming around the corner. I think this video is really relevant to a lot of people. Yeah. If you're trying to live to the age 87, you only live 38,000 days in life. So there's not much time to get to your dream. So make sure that you're working every day to make the life that you're really trying to live.
Yes, that's true. Okay, thank you very much, Daniel. I really appreciate you sharing your knowledge on my channel. And guys, please check the links below this video. Go to Daniel's channel and check out this his latest videos about this topic. Okay, so bye everybody, and thank you for watching.
See you guys.